There is a pressing need to professionally develop our next generation. Leadership supply hasn't kept up with demand. We need to invest in individuals who will be ready to fill mission-critical roles and lead our organizations. Next Gen Leaders is a collaborative community of seasoned consultants focusing on building an integrated approach to learning and development. We're delighted to introduce you to one such member of our team.
So we're here with David Swain from Next Gen Leaders, and we're here to speak about trust. And I'm really curious, how did you come to find this fascination with trust, in particular working with executives and leaders?
I found that in the work that I've done with executives, and a lot of work done in aligning executive teams and in changes for strategies, is we would have great conversations in the room, and then the minute we left the room, the conversation would just dissipate. I mean, I'd go out and talk to some of the individuals that have been in there, and we'd have a completely different conversation. So through a greater and greater exploration of that, what I really found is that there wasn't a level of trust, so that the person felt safe to have the authentic conversation that they thought the organization should have. And they'd also been conditioned over time. Because, I mean, everybody thinks about conversations they've had, that they know what the underlying conversation that they're not having, you know, and there's a lot of names for it, you know, elephant in the room, and put the moose on the table, all of those. But you just need to provide a forum where you actually demonstrate and engender some trust that allows some of those people that are willing to make the first steps to go ahead and take them.
Yeah. And what are some of the ways, some of the tools that you use to facilitate trust within organizations and with leadership teams?
When you can understand the components of trust and why do I trust some people and why don't I trust other people, and the fact that it is rooted in certain behaviors, that if in fact as a group we just took a couple of the behaviors that we're demonstrating to each other and changed those, or adopted certain behaviors that would enable or engender greater trust, that some stuff seems to break open. Probably the most powerful part of it, though, is once you begin to have a conversation about trust, it creates this safety for people to begin to dip their toe into trying it.
And what have you found as some of the results, the end results, because of trust being there in an organization?
Probably the biggest one, and what everybody's looking for, is speed increases exponentially. A group can get things done. They can come to conclusions faster. They can make decisions faster. They can align on actions faster. And the other thing is, when they begin to engender it at the executive level, it begins to trickle down in the organization.
So, David, this has been a fascinating conversation on trust. I'm wondering if you can leave us with any final remarks.
Yeah, I think the final one I'd leave everybody with is the misconceptions we have about trust. And because of that, a tendency to be cautious. And I would just say that if we can find the ability to have really candid conversations with each other, the opportunities that create are just enormous.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.